Putin News Today. During Baltic Navy drills, Russia inadvertently sunk its own ship. During naval training off the coast of the Kaliningrad region, Russia reportedly unintentionally destroyed one of its own ships with a missile, killing 3 crew members and injuring 4 others, according to local media. Independent TV Rain, Dost, cited a relative of one of the crew members as saying that during a Baltic Fleet practice on March 19, a missile accidentally blew up the trawler Captain Lobanov. There were 3 fatalities, 4 injuries, and the complete destruction of the captain's quarters. At that moment, authorities said that the ship was involved in a fire and that only 1 person had died. Their knowledge of the 3 casualties was obvious while they were hauling away the surviving, the insider said TV Rain. A missile had hit, and that much was obvious to everyone. However, they chose to document the occurrence of a fire. With the captain's cabin leveled, I can't help but wonder what kind of fire it was. Early this morning, Kharkiv experienced partial blackouts as missile attacks from Russia struck Ukraine's biggest dam in Zaporizhia. A fire is breaking out at the station right now. According to Ukraine's State Hydropower Corporation, there is no danger of a break and emergency services and energy professionals are already on the scene. The power supply in Kharkiv was the intended target of missile strikes earlier in the day, with a minimum of 15 explosives recorded for the city in the northeast. There were blasts in Vinnytsia as well, injuring an unknown number of civilians. Russian forces launched a massive attack on Ukraine overnight, using over 60 Shahid drones and around 90 missiles, according to President Volodymyr Zelensky's statement on the Telegram messaging service. One day prior to this new assault, Russian soldiers carried out one of the largest bombings on the capital of Ukraine in weeks, injuring 12 people, including a toddler. Ukrainian authorities said that residential buildings, schools, and industrial facilities were among the structures damaged. There are a number of signs that Russia is getting ready for a major confrontation with NATO. According to a prominent war think group, the Russian Space Agency has decided not to send 3 astronauts to the International Space Station. Officials reported that the 3-person crew was unharmed despite Russia's decision to cancel its launch to the International Space Station only seconds before liftoff on Thursday. From the Kazakh Baikonur launch site, which Russia has leased, the Russian Soyuz rocket was to transport NASA astronaut Tracy Dyson, Roscosmos's Oleg Novitsky, and Belarus's Marina Vasilevskaya. A 20-second before liftoff, at 13:21 GMT, an automated safety mechanism aborted the launch. The reason wasn't immediately clear, but NASA assured the crew that they were secure and would be removed from the Soyuz capsule as soon as possible. Russian Space Agency cancels launch of 3 astronauts to the International Space Station, all are unharmed. Less than 20 seconds before their scheduled liftoff, the Russian Space Agency Roscosmos decided to scrap the launch of 3 astronauts bound for the International Space Station. The lawyer for the imprisoned Wall Street Journal reporter claims Russia should pay the price. As the anniversary of Wall Street Journal writer Evan Gershkovich's incarceration approaches, 1 year later, his lawyer for the newspaper emphasized that Russia must suffer consequences for the imprisonment of the journalist. According to Dow Jones General Counsel Jason Conte, there ought to be rapid penalties from the government in a situation like this where a reporter is unlawfully arrested while doing his job and removed from the beat. During his speech, he addressed the National Press Club in Washington. Arrested on March 29, 2023 while on a reporting trip to the Russian city of Ekaterinburg in the Ural Mountains, Gershkovich and the publication dispute espionage charges. The U.S. administration has labeled his detention as unjust, and Russian authorities have failed to provide any proof to back up the accusations.